So we got a good day today on Keep On Casting. We're going out to catch some snapper. Hopefully we'll catch some other stuff deep drop. We got a good crew on the boat today. We got Brent Talbot, Scott Rodrigue, Brent Stagney, his son Cole, and his mama Bonnie. So deckhand on the boat, I got Matt Duplichan. So hopefully we'll catch some nice fish today. Y'all stay tuned. Keep On Casting is brought to you by Thibodaux Regional Medical Center, Bronco Industries, leading the field in industrial construction and fabrication. Real Outfitters, proud to be the first family-owned tackle store in Thibodaux, Louisiana. Good job, Matt. So we stopped out here at a little buoy and we're catching some hardtails. It's always nice to have a few live bait ready to go. You see a cobia or something like that. So these hardtails are great bait. They're real hardy fish. They stay alive real good in the live well, and for some reason everything in the Gulf likes these. They got a little spine right here that'll really get you. See that little bitty spine? So you got to hold them right. If you hold them with that, it'll cut your hand all up, as sharp as a razor blade. So you want to hold them in the front or hold them with some gloves. See if Matt can get a few more. Old ladies will come in, they all say they're watching Matt on TV and come go right to a bass. So every one of them is watching. Hey, 90-year-old lady.
Follow you on the fishing show.
Yeah. So we're rigging up with a small circle hook. I like a bank sinker. This is a 16-ounce bank sinker because you can take them on and off. We just tie a loop in the end of the line, run it through. Now you're good to go. So we'll stop here, see if we can pick up a few snapper and then go deep drop somewhere. Catch some big fish.
Yeah, he's doing it.
There you go.
All right. So Cole, you been offshore before?
No, sir.
First time?
Yes, sir.
You can fight, huh? There you go.
Ooh.
Yeah, just try to stop before you reel the sneak up on you. So that's dinner size red snapper right there, boys. We're gonna catch some of these. Enough of these and we'll go have fun catch some big ones. First red snapper of the day, Brent.
That's it.
All right, buddy.
Nice one.
That's a pretty one. Awesome red snapper. Good job, Brent. All right, bud. A long way to reel up, huh?
Ward always got seasick, so we never came.
Oh, really?
Almost there.
There he is.
Good job. Right here. American red snapper. Mike, first red snapper in a while?
First.
First red snapper? Seriously?
Yes.
All right, that's Miss Bonnie's first red snapper. We got to keep. Hopefully it's 16 inches. No. Good job. All right, Miss Bonnie. Fisherman now. Fisherwoman. I hope it's not a man in a gray suit. Ah. I got Miss Bonnie fishing with an ugly stick. It's got a real soft tip. So for people who don't bottom fish a whole lot, it's easy to catch. The fish doesn't feel them as much.
Yeah. But trying to change up the bait to get some bigger fish.
Yeah, so a lot of these fish, they're getting that pogey off real easy. We put a little piece of squid on there, so what I did, I took a hardtail, just cut a steak out of it. And it's harder to get that fresh bait off because it's not disintegrating already. So we'll drop it down there, let them bump around on it a little bit. Trying for a few big ones. Like I said, we're trying to get close to the limit right here, then we'll bump out and catch some big ones. Try for some groupers. Got the electric reel on the boat. I got a few spots. I think the camera adds 10 pounds, it just makes you see yourself.
And then I'll start talking even more like a coon ass on camera.
Right, what you hooked up?
Look at this.
Nice. Oh, you can do it.
There you go, Stagney. His first red snapper of his life.
Okay, there you go.
You know what? We're gonna keep some of these little ones because they're good to eat. And they add to the numbers. We fix to go for some big boys. Run into another spot to try for some bigger snapper. And whenever you pass a shrimp boat out here, you can always pull up on the shrimp boat, throw a handful of chum behind it. We threw a live hardtail out, and you never know what you're going to catch. I caught yellowfin in the middle of summertime. They're always behind the shrimp boats. It's just you don't always catch them. So it's always a good thing to do when you run in between spots. And tried, nothing, move on. So we moved to another spot, and this spot is about 300 feet. So I'm gonna let them drop down another line on that side. But they got some big snapper down here. This is just a spot I ran across out in the Gulf one day. And what's crazy is you don't see a whole lot of fish on bottom, but they are down there. So hopefully they don't prove me wrong. So the first thing you do is just get it out the mud, then next you drop it back and let it kind of sit on bottom like that. We're drifting the right way, so I like it bouncing off the bottom, and you just watch it tip. Once he hits, you engage it. You want to make sure you can pull a little drag. That's very important. I had some little guys on the boat the other day, and boy, they would lock it down. It's about 80 pounds of drag on this thing, and boom, everything's gone. So like I said, hopefully we'll catch something.
What you doing over here?
Reeling, baby.
What kind of bubble gum you chewing?
Juicy fruit. So I just hooked something good. It's fighting good. Like I said, you want to let them be able to pull drag. If they can't pull drag, you got too much drag. We've got a 130-pound test on here. Don't be a shark. Oh, what? Oh.
Nice, nice.
It's almost as big as the one I caught.
Almost. That's what we're looking for, guys. Right there. Big red snap.
So dropped down a couple hundred feet, pulled up a nice American red snapper, and yeah, that's all I gotta say.
Now rib. Now. All right. Like that. All right, babe. I
Let
Nice.
it loose. That's just like out.
Another nice snapper. So we're catching some pretty ones out here. These are better, make a good box. The little ones are really good to eat though. Nice one.
Whoa, nice.
That's a good one. Catching some hammers right here. We got a little spot. There's not much structure that you can see down there, but there is something down there. Occasionally when you're drifting real slow, you'll see a little fuzzy area on the bottom. But catching some big snapper here. We got 3 more snapper to catch for our limit. We're gonna try for some grouper. Ease out a little bit.
He was trying to claim the fish.
Oh, wow.
We're gonna have to get that loose somehow. I'll get it started.
Trying to razz with a fish, huh?
Brett, if you wanted it, you could have just said so.
Nice little red snapper there, boys. They're hitting it. When they're hitting it hard. So I dropped it down that time, and we had a fish hit. Brought him up a little bit, dropped it back down. We got 2 hooks on, so hopefully we hooked up 2. It looked like 2 earlier. They pull and drag pretty good, so be a nice double. Favorite way to eat fish?
Grilled to fried.
Fried.
Or black.
Just one big one. That's a big one.
Now it goes.
Ah, come on, baby. That's a nice red snapper right there. Probably 11, 12 pounds, maybe 13. Pretty snapper though.
Hey, I'm Chef Nathan Risher, and we're back in the kitchen at Cuvée Wine Bar and Bistro here in Thibodaux. And today we're going to be doing some snapper throats or necks. I like to call them the red snapper wings. One thing that I've learned over time is that a lot of fishermen throw away a lot of good meat. And this is being one of them for sure. The throats or the neck of the fish. Beautiful white meat right there. Awesome American red snapper caught out of the waters of the Gulf not too long ago. You can see it's full of meat. 9 out of 10, this usually hits the trash can and people don't know what they're missing. But today we'll show you how to cook them. Hopefully one episode, Bo can show you how to break them down and clean them and cut that throat out. What I like to do is we're gonna cut these in half real quick. Make sure you got a nice sharp knife and you'll go right through that bones. All right, if you got some kitchen shears, use those as well. Those work great too. All right. As you can see, sometimes they get a little tough, so broke out the old snips to go ahead and cut through them. Again, there's full of bones that you're trying to cut through, so you got to be careful with them. Now you can see this is doing a lot quicker. Cut right through them. If you don't have shears, get the old tin snips out too. Works just as good too. Just make sure they're clean. Or you got your Techno shot up to date, one of the two. And you don't even have to cut them. You can split them, leave them whole, do whatever you want with them. Up to you. All right, now we got them all separated. All right, just like everything else, make sure you season them. Have a nice little seafood seasoning. Making a mess over here. Salt. Pepper. All right. Once we get them all seasoned up, we're just gonna lightly dip them in some flour, just to get a little bit of texture. You don't want. You can do them in an egg wash or stuff like that, but I prefer just lightly flouring them up a little bit. So we'll go ahead and place our wings down into the fryer. We got our fry oil set at about 350. I like cooking it with peanut oil because it lasts longer and it's a better flavor. You don't want to always crowd your fryer, your pan, anything like that, because all that will start sticking together. That's what you don't want to do. All right, well, we got our red snapper frying over here. We're gonna go ahead and come here and make our little vinaigrette. You can use any kind of type of vinaigrette you want. I like doing right now little Asian inspired dishes, or I guess it's leaning more to the Vietnamese. If you actually think about it, a lot of our fish that come through our restaurants because of the Vietnamese population. They're always fishing, crabbing. So we gotta be thankful for them going out there every day. So we're gonna start off with a little shallots, some fresh shaved garlic, minced garlic, a little bit of ginger, green onions, a little bit of sesame oil. Once we got the sesame oil in it, we're gonna go ahead and give that a little mix. A little bit of fish sauce, soy, a little bit of lemon and lime juice in there, red pepper flakes, a little bit of sesame, hot sauce, some salt, a little bit of fresh cracked black pepper. Give that a nice little mix like that. And all you want is just a nice dipping sauce right there. Very simple, very fresh. You can serve this raw on tuna, snapper, whatever you want. One thing I like to do is always, you got the old trick of the fish is done or your shrimp's done when it floats to the top. 9 out of 10, that's true. But I always like to make sure it's fully cooked and bring up all the seafood that especially fish, a temperature of about 150 to 155. It's kind of a good temperature I like to fry everything to. But hey, your way works, keep on doing it. No use changing it. But as you can see, these things are looking good. Look at those suckers, huh? Nicely fried. So we'll just go ahead and just toss that with our little marinade real quick. Now for the plate up, very simple. Put them on a plate, people are gonna eat them. They're gonna go so fast, it won't matter what they look like. But hey, we'll dress them up anyway. Make them look even more better a little bit. Then I will finish them off with a little bit of everything bagel seasoning. Just one of those new popular seasonings that you've seen a lot of chefs working with. In case you don't have enough sauce. Look, you got extra like this, feel free to put it in a ramekin, serve it on the side, toss more in them, do whatever you want to do. That's what I'm talking about. Fried snapper collars, necks, wings, whatever you want to call them. Just don't throw them away.
Guys, I'm telling you, this is the best part of the snapper. Totally underrated and wasted a lot. So y'all give this one a try. Really good one. My compliments to the cook. You can find this recipe and more at keeponcastingtv.com. So we hit a couple more spots on the way out and unsuccessful in picking up any more fish. So we stopped at a rig, try and catch a grouper. Gonna mess around here for a minute. If we don't catch here, we easing in, catching a couple more snap and calling it a day.
Some slack, you can put it back in the hole. You got to reset it.
Easy.
Got it, bro. Oh. Just feel good. Probably took forever to catch that. Reeled in.
When we came out here, we pulled up to this rig. We tried a couple spots around here, and we're trying to catch a grouper. and we seem to be catching a couple of little different things. We caught a amarine jack and a red snapper and a amberjack. And we threw amberjack back and still soaking some baits trying to find a grouper down here. We had something big earlier that we think might have been a grouper, but it broke off. So we're sending some baits back down there to see if they'll bite again.
It's kind of been slow today. Trying to drop for a grouper, messing around, and came down and had 2 mackerel on a double rig. Dropped it down and picked up a jack, an amberjack, 1 snapper previously, and just now hooked up again, hoping it's a snapper. We need 1 more for our limit, and then hopefully we'll go try to drop and catch us a grouper.
We're actually trying right now. Got it hooked up. Oh, smoke.
Well,
Let's let this one get off.
The glory.
That's not mine. You got fish.
No.
Fish on it, right?
Give him a little slack, bro.
No, you good off? It's hey, grab this weight before that thing starts pulling again. Okay. Oh, something big.
Really?
Yes.
Well, guys, we had a great time today. Let me tell you, there's not many days you get out there in the Gulf of Mexico when it's slick calm like that. So that was a treat. Had a great time with y'all. Appreciate it, Brent. Cohen, had a great time, Miss Bonnie. Thanks so much. All right, Scott and Brent. Great time, guys. As always, we want to thank our troops. Without y'all, we couldn't do what we do today. And until next time, keep on casting.
Boudreaux and Thibodeau were going to a Saints game. When they got on I-10, it said the sign said Superdome left, so they turned around and came home.
Avec tous les jolies filles, je suis gonna la blue moon. Je suis gonna la blue moon. Danse avec les filles, oui c'est juste pour m'amuser. Je bois le bon Red Stripe pour me rafraîchir. Moi l'aime les filles dodo, puis moi l'aime les